What's going on? Another week, another geek. We're back at it with another episode of the Geek Show with homies AJ and ChrisyLite. This is episode 165, and the time has finally rose.
Oh, it has.
Talking Squid Games today. Chris, how you feeling today, Brody?
I'm feeling great, G. Honored to be on the show again. But
Yes,
go ahead, get some stuff off your chest today. A major event has happened.
Oh! How could I even? I didn't know where he was going with that. Ohio State. The Ohio State are your national champs, and I called it from jump. I don't know if we talked about it on the pod, but I called Notre Dame, Ohio State in the final, and that Ohio State was going to win. It's been a 10-year drought, bro. 10-year drought, and it's finally over. And now we got 9 of them things. And, one step closer to Alabama. But outside of that, man, it's just crazy. The hat's coming in.
The Big Ten is it, man.
Excited. Yeah.
The Big Ten is really it. Forget about the SEC.
It's lit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, Maryland's right there. They just,
Nah.
That'd be even more amazing. You know what I'm saying? Like to have like a real rivalry, Like it's not one-sided,
Hey, predict it.
But yeah, so like we just watched the national championship last night. It was crazy. They scared me a little bit, but we just took off a couple drives too early. We started celebrating a little too early. My man Will Howard had his shoulder pads off. I thought I was going to see Julian Sand go in there and seal the deal, but we had to go crazy one more time. One last streak from the true freshman GOAT, Jeremiah Smith. Emeka Ibuka, still a GOAT, bro. Still tough.
Yeah.
Should have went down, but I'm not mad anymore. You know what I'm saying? Captain Jack, you won for us the year before. I mean, not the year before, the game before. Only reason why we're here. And it's lit. It's lit. Soon y'all gonna see that Ohio State hat too. You know what I'm saying?
Many great teams over the year, and this is the one that does it. That's amazing.
The hardest road too. Out of the whole bracket, we faced like 6 or 5 of the top AP schools or something like that. I seen something like that.
Yeah, for sure.
And beat them all, bro. I was just like, yo, y'all sleep, bro. They say we was gonna win in the end of the game. They lost faith as soon as we lost to Oregon off a technicality. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not even gonna talk about the other game, but we won, so that's all that matters. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to the Bucks. We lit. Y'all seen LeBron there? You know what I'm saying? All right, let me stop.
Well, you and LeBron like this?
Yeah. On me. But let's go ahead and talk some Squid Game. Squid Game came out last year. Took me a minute to start watching it, but finally finished it today. And now we can have a conversation about it. Chris, just off the strength of like what you can remember. I don't know if you did a little recap or not, because you watched it as it came out. Like, what's just like your first initial take of Squid Game 2? Not season 2, Squid Game 2.
My initial take is it's unique. It was definitely unique. And it's kind of weird. I remember Squid Game happening so long, and then this one, it just feels like it's so far removed.
Yeah.
It reminds me, sometimes we have just little debates and arguments about like when's the proper time to release stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like, dang, man, like what takes these companies so long to put out the next product? Like,
yeah.
So my initial reaction, like, it was fresh, it was cool for that time, and now it's back. It was a major like phenomenon. Like everyone just freaking loved it. They had like little makeshift games off of it too, and now it's back in
it's in Call of Duty.
Yeah, I mean that's that.
Yeah,
like, and now it's back years later, maybe like a year or two late.
Yeah.
But we back in it, and it does feel at least episode 1 hella fresh, and I'm just glad to be back in the games because
Hmm.
I mean, you was talking about it off stream, like what is the Squid Games?
Yeah. Like, what is the squid, bro? Where is the squid part? You
Yeah.
know, like I just don't know. Like, I still don't know. Okay, but unique. Unique is the word that you would describe
Yeah,
Squid Game 2. Okay. The word I would use to describe it
yeah. Uh-oh.
is mid, bro. The show was mid.
Man.
The show was mid. Where I'm not gonna count. And the reason why I say that is because they did the thing that I hate.
Uh-oh. Oh, I see. A
It's
mile away.
yeah. They just repeated the first story again and just played with us in our face. And then we supposed to act surprised at the end that it's happening. Or maybe we're not, because this is technically like a part 1 of it. And I guess that's the reason why it's Squid Games 2 and not season 2 of Squid Games. But, you know, it still had all the allure of the first season in the first games that we had, but it's a slight twist now that, you know, the main character, Sung Ji-hun,
Hey, okay.
is trying to take them down essentially, you know, with the help of the cop whose brother is number 1, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
Brother's
and
number
is
1.
the game master, essentially the new game master.
What do they call
And
him, like the front man or the foreman, something like
yeah,
that?
the front man. I think it's the front man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
But
dude in the black mask.
yeah, the black mask guy. Yeah. So after watching the whole thing, it was still like shocking. It had all the, you know, like, I don't know what the right word, the word that came to me was like dystopian, but like dehumanizing parts of it. And it's like a crazy thing to witness because it's like you're rooting for these people. And then you're just like, yo, how could they do this? Like, just leave, like, you know? And they're playing on that psyche of like desperation. It's just like, it's a crazy tone shift from like the first one where it was just like, oh man, this is kind of nuts. Like now it's like, dang, they do this every year. Like, this is crazy. But that's my first initial take though. That overall the genre was mid because they did the exact same thing with number 1, and it's just like, bro, how you ain't see this coming? You know, like, that's where my brain went. He still don't know.
Yeah.
So it's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. But where do you kind of want to start with the full?
I just want to piggyback off of what you're saying because that's probably what a lot of people initially do feel about the season.
Yeah,
I really do like the season quite a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But I definitely see everyone's point about like, yo, we back. Like it's the same thing. And then we kind of don't even get it resolved. Like it
like obviously it's not a carbon copy. Like they do different games and stuff like that, but it's still like the same, like
it feels still in the same
triggers.
realm where I don't really feel any different. But I kind of a really, really weird take about to come up. I kind of feel like it's kind of part of the series that makes a lot of sense. Like the first time we watched it, we were genuinely like shocked, like, yo, they dying or they want to play, they want to continue. Like, oh, these games is crazy hard, or like, yo, I got it. We got to get out. We got to stop this.
Yeah.
And then we go into this one where like the main character is back in it, attempting to stop it. And we're seeing how dehumanized these contestants who want to play it. You know what I mean? Like we were in the shoes of the people who were like, yo, I gotta get out of this thing. Like I cannot.
Right.
And in this one, it just feels so much like, bro, I've been here before, you know, like, you know, we got it, y'all. We can keep going. And then the main character is like, all right, we get this little side story of, I'm gonna actually attempt to break the game.
Yeah.
When in the first season, we were just in the game the whole time. We got to beat the game, And the main character now, we get the side part of like, yo, what if you do just like try to break loose or go crazy? And
Yeah.
then also on the outside, like, yo, where are these people at? Let's go ahead
Yeah.
and legit find them. So it's weird because season 1 has the magic of we are strictly focusing on the games. Like,
And we
they're
don't
in the
know what's
game.
next.
We don't know what's next.
Yeah.
And this one, because we've already gone through it, you use the
Mhm.
perfect word. It's like 100% dehumanizing. We're just ready for y'all to start running through these games, get a pow, 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 you know what I mean? Don't
Yeah.
even worry this count that's about to be fake or rigged or whatever. And like you
Mhm.
said, the surprise, like, number 1 is in the game,
Yeah.
like, that's just extra flavor into it. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, come on, y'all. We
It's
knew
not
it.
it's not like that they're trying to hide it this time, but it's just
Yeah.
like it's like another element, but it's like an element that's just like I'm not too fond of them making this
It's kind
decision.
of TV like. It's like
Yeah.
he's clearly gonna to spice it up. We
You're just
got
gonna wait.
player 4, what is it, 456?
Yep.
Uh and then on the very opposite, the person who's won the game, the person who's orchestrating the games,
Mhm.
number 1. Like, it's just very TV like, but then it's just that added element of we're no longer watching Squid Game as like we're trying to win the game. It's
Yeah.
completely like an outer view angle, and we're dehumanized to the fact that they are participating in the game again.
Yeah.
We're just like, yo, okay, one's in there. What is he trying? Is he trying to understand the
Yeah.
psychological effect of 156? So uh I know that's pretty hot takeish because a lot of people do agree this season is mid. I just kind of
Yeah.
like the fact that for a second season we kind of take a different angle, a step back, and
Right.
it does make me feel dehumanized watching it because it's like, dang.
Yeah. We're just watching this happen to him. And it's like to me, I know like mid sounds bad, but it's like nah, it's just like it wasn't bad, but it wasn't like great either. You know what I'm saying? It was just like I just watched it and I was just like, okay, like, And I think for me, with number 1, it was more so like the whole allure of his character is like, okay, how true is he going to be to the game? Because the stuff that he was telling everybody were truths. There was like small things that he was leaving out of the whole conversation, but it was still like something to it where it's like, okay, like they're not completely selling out essentially and to make the game and stuff like make the game better. So it's like when in season 1 when number 1 was the old man and he
Yeah.
deliberately like not deliberately lost, but he lost the game and then we were just like, dang, he's done. They cut away from him. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And so we just didn't know. And
Big
then when it
reveal.
popped out, it was like, boom. It's like, that's crazy. But in this one, when they was doing the little merry-go-round and they had to pick a partner and go into the room, there was one round where we didn't see where he went. And I'm just
Yep.
like, he could have literally just been on the outside waiting.
Yep.
Or he could have played it safe and actually did the whole thing. So it's like, they know his face, but they don't know his face because that's my theory.
But what's interesting was, remember that I can't remember what his
captain.
shape was, the square,
Yeah,
the captain,
the captain.
sure.
Yeah.
He noticed he was in the game and I was like,
Yeah. That's
yo,
what I'm
bro,
saying.
what is happening? Like,
Yeah.
he was like,
or maybe not so much that he was in the game. Maybe he was more surprised that he was with them as they were trying to escape. Maybe that was more so
it
the
definitely
surprise
seemed like
inside.
he done joined the game on his own volition.
Yeah.
And maybe they weren't actually gonna kill him, but
Mhm.
there are elements where it does feel like, yo, is he actually participating to gain another level of understanding, or
Yeah.
kind of to disprove like the main character wrong this whole time? Because even
Right.
at the end of this, he doesn't really confront the main character's like beliefs still. It
Yeah.
so
He
we'll
was
see it in the
interested in
next.
it. Yeah, he was
Ye
definitely interested in like how he thought, the fact that he actually came back because
Yeah.
like you said, like he was a previous winner as well. So it's like for his psyche to turn to want to run the games now has to
Yeah.
be different. So he might be
Yeah.
looking for like on some somebody that's like-minded in a sense like a Joker would,
Exactly.
you know,
Exactly.
to his Batman to lead to
100%, bro.
so
There it
it's
is.
like that's what I'm saying, like, because it's not a finished story for
Yeah.
me, I can't be just like, oh no, this one was really good, because it's like, now
Yeah.
this is all headcanon that we're doing at this point.
Yeah.
But
And part of that, because that's kind of like the realm I'm thinking of it,
yeah.
and that why I like it a lot. But the main issue is it is a half split season.
Mm-hmm.
It's like those like Harry Potter movies when they did Deathly Hollows Part 1, Part 2.
Yeah.
It's like a part 1 of a full season, and then some of these episodes kind of do seem a little bloated, where
Mm-hmm.
we could have just fit in the whole season that we really of this in
Yeah.
one. But they probably for money reasons split it up.
Mm-hmm.
And but it doesn't take away from the fact, like, I like that element that it has there. Like,
Yeah.
they are the main bad guy is taking like a deep dive of like, let me get your
Mm-hmm.
angle, because I done beat the game. I'm part of this like cabal or whatever.
Yeah.
And
Like, prove
I
to
just
me
find it
that
so
we should stop
interesting.
the game by your play,
Yeah,
kind of
by your
thing.
play,
Yeah.
by how you go about persuading these people again. And by the end of the season, we don't even get his answer. It's like 100% in the gray
Yeah.
leading into the next season, and all we know is like, yo, you back in the game, like
Like, he
you done
cooked.
tried to escape.
He's cooked. He's
Yeah.
cooked, bro. And it's like, dang, like, cause even like, for me, I got excited when we came back and he thought he still had the implant in his tooth, and he found out he didn't. I was like, oh my gosh, like, they're cooked. Like, he has to play now. And then his whole kind of demeanor changed, because like, this has turned him kind of into a Batman. He got all the access to the money and stuff like that, but except he's willing to kill people to do it. But it's like, there's this vigilanteism in him that it's like, nah, like, by any means, like, we gotta stop him. But the thing that had me a lot more curious of some of the other characters was the fact that, like, you know, a lot of them had other reasons for doing this, that they weren't like, everybody was telling half truths for some reason.
Yep.
When it's like, yo, if you just explain the whole thing, y'all could get way farther than just to, you know, to, like, specifically with the cop and the main character. If y'all just told him, like, yo, my brother's out there, he shot me, he's a game master. Oh, your brother's a game master? What does he look like? So then,
Yeah, because he never saw him, right?
he never saw him.
Yeah.
So, like, oh no, he saw him when he took the mask off. Like,
No, the brother saw him, but the main
yeah.
character never
Oh,
saw
yeah.
his. Yeah.
Yeah,
So he
he
just
never
doesn't
saw
know
him.
what he looks like.
Exactly. And because he had the mask on. So if he did show him that it was him, if you're going to go to these lengths to, you know, try to stop this thing, you think you would want to be a little bit more forthcoming with all that information.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm not saying you got to share it with everybody, but share it with the person that's going in there. And then the same thing with Sung-ji Hun, whatever. Not whatever, but, you know.
Yeah.
Player 456. He could have, you know, explained about how the first character, the first big bad or whatever, player one. I don't know why I'm struggling right now to get all. I'm excited to talk about it. If he had just said, yeah, like, the first time I played, this happened at the end, where I found out the person that was running the whole thing was actually a player, and he was number one. When he saw that he had the number one thing on, I was like, man, like, that had to have come up in conversation at some point.
Yeah.
You know,
like a
just to see his reaction. Yeah. And then also his best friend, not his best friend, but his best friend in the game.
Yeah.
He didn't tell him that number one killed somebody so that they could win. That's a big deal.
Yeah, that was a crucial
You know?
thing.
He's almost said it like 3 times. I'm just like, bro.
Yeah, because he didn't trust him after that. It was like he felt like he didn't trust a killer anymore, and it's like maybe I
Mm-hmm.
shouldn't look out for this guy. But then he's still voting on their side. So I mean, it's another psychological think tank of do you want to expose this person that is like critical to your cause? Like he's on your side right now.
Yeah.
Like they needed his vote,
Mm-hmm.
and technically that vote ultimately didn't actually matter.
Yeah.
It helped delay the game,
Mm-hmm.
but he was willing to like cover up that secret for his side to win. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So,
Ultimately it went 50-50, and then we had the night attack. But
bruh, he didn't say nothing then either. When he saw that they had forks, he just looked at it. It's like, oh man, this could get bad because they gave him silverware. You know what I'm saying? Like, so there's some things that just like, bro, you've been here before. Like he tells him enough.
I agree. But even that scene, like that's so dehumanizing because I knew it was coming up, and I'm just like, all right, let's get it going.
That's how
who's getting eliminated this round?
Yeah, that's literally how.
But the first time I was like, yo, they getting eliminated. Like, they ain't playing no games with this money. They just say, yo, we can knock out a few 10 real quick. You know, hey, is the main character alive or not? Okay, we good. Like main character still rocking. But now it's just kind of like, all right, speed up, get some of these old people out of here. You know, let's get to it.
And that was like one of my problems with it, because it was like, bro, like, because I know what could happen or what could possibly happen, because we've seen it before. I was just like, dang, like it's just not hitting the same as it would. Like I think for me, the thing that was hitting the most was just seeing how people react when they become a group. You know, so like when they're picking sides as far as like the vote goes, and then they're having a group conversation and seeing who, like that one dude, number 100. I don't remember what his name was, but he was like the old guy that was just like had super bass in his voice, and he was just always just like, nah, we got to keep playing. Like he was like,
oh yeah,
he was like,
he was
I don't
doing
know
all
about
the chants, rah rah rah.
Yeah, he's like,
yo, just one more, y'all, just a few more. As soon as the game's right over, I'm just saying we could do one more, y'all. Like
right. It's just like, yo, it's a constant cycle. So like that was gonna be one of my questions to you is, because they did have a moment where they were discussing like how they should go about garnering votes. What would your strategy have been? Were you more on the side of like kind of just let it happen and not try to necessarily influence the group, versus like having like just trying to convince as many people as possible, or like, you know, kind of do it the way that they did it eventually, which led to the fights?
It's tough because I kind of do agree, like being like the pushy person probably isn't the best way to convince people. Not saying that I'm a master manipulator. But I kind of feel like the main character should have just said like, literally the next game automatically kills like half of us. Like automatically. Doesn't matter if you're faster, stronger, bigger, smarter. You either pick A or you pick B, and then half of us are gone. Like we cannot beat these games. Like there is no kind of like the last game we done did. We're actually using skills. You literally pick a straw, and if yours is longer, you live. If it's shorter, you're immediately shot. Like we just can't do it, y'all. We just can't do it. And I would just say, I'm voting no. I'm good. I've already played the games. All of us are gonna die. All of us are gonna die.
Yeah, because my whole thing is like, he already lost the trust of the people. That was probably one of my favorite scenes, was the dream he had when they walked in to do the I forgot how you say the game, the cookie game, where you gotta draw out the shape, and they chose the triangle, and it was like a freaking pyramid of a triangle that they had to do. And then everybody was just like hounding him. It was like, I thought you said you won the game. Da, 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 da. And it was going crazy. And I was like, yo, this has to be a dream. There's no way this is real. And then he woke up. And I was like, oh, that was good. That was really good. But then it still ended up happening. And it's like, yo, if he had not positioned himself as like, yes, I won the game, y'all follow me, I can get y'all out. And it was just like, yo, like I've played this game, I played the game before. I can't guarantee that we're going to play the same games because, like, you know, if this has been going on for years and years and years, obviously they probably done switched it up a couple times. Like, just in game theory in general, like you can't just keep the same
Yeah.
thing and keep people interested. You know, like I think the first game is like a staple because it's like not necessarily get the most people out, but it's just like something that sets the tone for the people, and
Yeah.
they could just
Rattle
go
them.
crazy. Yeah, like just create panic, and it's just like, you know, and it's different every single time. Um, and versus like the different other mini games that they were playing, it's just like you could have had more credibility when it came to like um people believing you and just be like, yo, like no matter what happens, like Youngins is finna die. And then we found out very quickly that people did not care because they
Mhm.
didn't think that they were gonna die. You know,
Yeah.
like if I even got a chance to make it, I'd rather take that than go home with this debt. You know, like
Yep.
there was literally somebody that was saying like why did you want to stay? Because outside is more scary than in
Yeah, like,
here.
this is the amount of money we won right now is only, like, 10% of, like, what I owe. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be able to get it next week, so we
Yeah,
gotta keep.
like I got people out here trying to take my organs
I mean, we
so I
had
don't pay
that
this debt.
emotional scene of literally the dude. Hey, let's just call it what it is. He said, "Bye bye, Mama Dukes."
No, he
He said, "Bye
didn't.
bye."
No,
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 hey,
no,
he said, "Bye bye,
no,
Mama."
no. I will
No,
die on this hill, bro. This
bro.
man got took.
Nah,
This man got took, bro.
nah, bro,
This
nah.
man
He
got
was
took. He
like,
was fighting,
he
bro.
did that fake.
He was
Oh,
fighting. No, he was fighting, bro.
oh,
And
oh no.
I literally said this when I was watching this, bro. I was like, "There's no way this is happening, bro."
Nah,
But
I don't believe him.
if that was me and that happened to me, I'd be the only one walking out that room after. That's where my brain went. I was like, yo, these young's gonna be knocked out if this is how I'm finna go out, you know?
Yeah.
So, but I don't like he
Like,
was
the
just like, like
dude even voted continue with his mom in the game.
yeah,
Like,
it's crazy. That's
and
nuts.
I think that's also why I like one joining the game, because deep down, I
Hmm.
feel like he's already seen this happen so many times,
Yeah.
and they
It's like an
kinda already
RPG, bro. Or
yeah, they already feel
Battle
like us,
Royale,
like,
I should
we've
say.
seen this before, all the games are mid, sometimes we have one player that pops and makes it a little bit
Yeah.
more interesting, but it's always in his mind, like, this is how humans react, this is how, uh,
Yeah.
they're always gonna pick this way, so even if I do join, I do wanna understand his thinking,
Hmm.
especially that he came back, because that just sounds like you're a dummy, but he
Yeah.
was like, "No, I wanna know. I generally wanna know. Imma do the games again,"
And they
and,
had this conversation.
yeah, and it just seems like bro's not convinced. He's like, "Yo, nah."
It's like
Like,
worldviews in a sense.
yeah,
Like
and
clashing.
we're if we would've got just a little bit of hint of, like, what he gained, I definitely feel like it would've pushed another level, but,
Yeah.
I
Cause
definitely
even
understand the similarities, like, threw a lot of people off, like, "Yo, nothing's
yeah.
really happening. This is Squid Game 1's way better."
Because even when they look at the brother's mom, like how they was having dinner, the cop brother, and she was blaming herself for his brother's wife dying and the their kid. It's like, bro, they could be living somewhere else, perfectly fine, living on that island, has no idea that that even happened. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? And I'm just like, yo, like I can't wait to see that part of like, yo, like when everything, like when all three of them in a room, player 4, 5, 6, the cop and the game master, Black
Mhm.
Mask, and see what that conversation is gonna be like, because at this point, like Sung Ji Won already had his Super Saiyan moment. saw his best friend get murked. So
Yep.
it's just like now all bets are got to be off. You know, if he wasn't gunning for him then, he's gonna be gunning for him now. So I don't know how they continue the game after this, but it's definitely going to be interesting. What was your favorite mini game out of the which you're gonna like as far not your favorite is like, oh, I would love to play that, but like just the most wild to you that like most memorable.
What the last one was the merry-go-round. So we did
Yeah.
merry-go-round, the 4-player one,
Yep.
and just
The little track one.
the track one. Oh yeah, the track
Circle.
one.
Yeah.
And
Red light, green light.
just the red light, green light.
Mm-hmm.
A red light, green light is definitely iconic at this point. I mean, uh, whenever you think Squid Game, I feel like that's the one you think of.
Yeah.
But I definitely like the merry-go-round one just because I had fun like trying to guess what number was about to come up.
Y'all hear that? This
And
man Chris said he had fun.
yeah, bro, I was like, yo,
That's crazy.
yeah.
Okay.
Because it was just interesting to see like if a certain number came up, like
I guessed
because there are so many characters.
Yeah.
Like I was like, who is gonna go with who?
Mm-hmm.
And like,
Because they
it's
got
such
to
a
teach them how to
creative way
play the
to
game too.
yeah, because
That
it's
was
like I'm
interesting.
friends with you now, but now I don't rock with you at all.
Yeah.
And then even the whole Thanos guy was like,
Oh, I can't stand
yeah,
him, bro.
I'm with my bro, and then it's like, yo, get out of here,
Kicked him.
I
Yeah.
was like,
Bruh.
and then he freaked out in the room. He was
Yeah.
like, yo, where is he?
And then
Like,
they did the
yo,
rock paper scissors thing, and he put scissors out for the girl and went with the
yeah,
that one kid.
did her dirty.
Did her dirty, bro.
Yeah,
I was like, wow, bro. Idiot.
it's just interesting. Every time I watch, like, Squid Game is just so interesting because it's psychological, and then it's
Yeah.
kind of always in the back of your mind, like, I can't believe these people are still willing to play this stuff.
Right.
Um,
I think for me, my favorite one was like the teamwork one. It was going around the circle. Had to do all. I had to throw the rock. You had to do the game that they played to get in there, and then they had to do a Beyblade, and
yeah.
they had to play soccer. Those are how I describe
Did
it.
you notice soccer? Did you notice that number one when he did it? He did with the left hand instead of his right.
No, I did
No,
not notice that.
yeah, that was a big
But
thing when it dropped.
how did he do it? Oh, he did it when it worked. He did it with his left.
So apparently he's left-handed, and he was doing all the games with his right hand or something like that.
So that's what I was about to say. That wouldn't make sense because why did he throw it backwards?
Yeah, like all of this stuff wasn't working. So then when came down to crunch time, he switched hands.
Yeah,
I didn't realize it the first time I watched
that.
the Squid Games too. But even they show him how he holds the gun, all that type of stuff, the way he drinks alcohol. He was all like left-handed on all those events. But then when he did those games, he was using his other hand, and I was like, "Dang, this man was legit." Just like,
but I thought,
hey y'all, we might lose. We might lose.
He might have shot his brother with the left. Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta watch that again.
Whichever hand he shoots his brother with, he drinks it same with alcohol, stuff like, and he plays the same game the first time. And then when it's time to do the Beyblade, for real, they done got 30 seconds on the shot clock. This man switched hands and did it. And I couldn't even believe I didn't notice it.
I was just like, locked in. I was like, yo, he's finna do it this time. He got to. Like, he got to. Because it was like, it kind of took a lot of the surprise out because I knew, like, okay, they're not going to get rid of the main character like this. But I think, to me, the more impressive part was when, on the final kick, when he went out too far and he was the one that put his leg out. To make sure that he kicked it. I was like, oh man, that's crazy.
Yeah,
that's actually nuts. But I think my favorite game on that joint was the little
dice
joint. Yeah.
And what's really cool is those are like common games that people know or have played before. So that would be really cool. Like culturally, you see like all them games. Like, oh, man. Like, yo, I'd have been dead on that, bro. Like, I was never good at that game growing up.
Nah, when bro was trying to hit the rock, he couldn't do it. The first group.
I'd be heated,
I
man.
was like, there is no way. That joint is 2 feet away. Like,
It's kind of like that if one of the things was like a free throw and someone in
yeah.
your group said, "Yo, I'm great at free throws," and you
Hmm.
see that first free throw and you're
Look
like,
like Shaq.
"Oh, we dead,
My
we
fault, Shaq.
dead," or like, "Oh, you got to dunk," and it's like, all right, bet, I can dunk y'all." Like, and like say you're what 6'4",
Yeah,
and
somewhere around there.
and there might be like someone's got to dunk, someone's got to hit a three, someone's got to hit a free throw, and you got to pick. And it's like, yo, are you sure you can dunk? Yeah, bro, I got it. And then bro get up
Yo,
there and he's not close. You're just like, yo, I've been scammed. We dead. Like I knew I should have just went up and said, I'll
like,
do the
bruh.
dunk.
Well, how many people
Yo,
could do the dunk though? How tall are everybody
hey,
else? You know,
yo, Eagle Games dropping 2025. The
that's
American
crazy.
version is gonna
That's
go
crazy.
crazy.
Bald eagle, bruh. That's
Yo.
crazy, man. What else? Mm, I guess. I think. What about the captain, the boat driver?
I mean, I kind of those two twists, player one and the boat thing, were just too obvious.
Yeah.
It I don't know if it's just the way they wrote it. It's just too coincidental that like these players wouldn't come in a factor. The
Hmm.
boat guy, it was just so obvious as soon as he said the line, like, "Oh, I drive here all the time. I ain't seen nothing." And I'm like,
Yeah.
they don't just ship everyone all at once to this island. Like, it's not just like one big
Yeah.
mass cargo of these. How many people? Like 400 people? Yeah, no way. There
Hmm.
had to been multiple boats, multiple nights.
Yeah.
You'd had to have seen something if you drive off them boats all the time. And I'm just saying, ain't no way if we got hired by a boat driver and he's just randomly checking out our drones,
Yeah.
automatic red flag.
Super
Like
suspicious.
that
He
radar should have
warned him though.
been going off.
He warned him. He was like, "Don't be drinking.
Yeah.
Don't be drinking." That cost him, bro. That cost him. I thought he was gonna say too much though. I thought he was gonna have to off 2 youngins. And
Nah. By the end of the season, I know you just watched it. Uh, they didn't catch him, right?
nah,
They're still just chilling, and we're waiting to see when one of their team members comes up missing.
yeah, yeah. They didn't know.
Mm,
He didn't notice that somebody was gone. He just was like, "I can't sleep." The other
yeah.
dude was throwing up. I was just like,
Mm,
"Dang, that's nasty." And then,
yeah.
yeah, and then he just like, "Yeah, go get some sleep." And he was like, "All right," but he looked. He was looking around a little bit, see what was going on. I thought in that moment we was gonna see some blood, like blood splatter, and
Yeah.
then he was gonna notice. He was
He
like,
was doing that on the perfect night too.
"Wait, what?" And bro spilled the beans, bro, because he was saying information that he shouldn't have known.
Did he?
Like, when he was like, we got somebody on the ground or whatever. So he's like, so you already know what the plan is, because he was like, yeah, the cop had told him some of the extra stuff. I forgot what he said specifically,
Mm,
but it was a moment where him and like the number two guy from the gangsters or the cops or whatever group that was helping up the subway. He was like, "So you already know," and then he said everything that he needed to know. I was just like, "Dang."
mm,
That's when I first was like confirmed it. I was like, "Yo, you wouldn't
okay.
be questioning that if you weren't playing both sides." To me,
Mm,
you know, and the fact that he was so willing to help the cop for 2 years and like never
yeah.
give
So
up.
willing.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, we're just buddies.
Mm-hmm.
Which I'm sure cops got connections like that, but it was just like,
Yeah.
I got to monitor you real quick. Especially
Yeah,
now that we
man.
know the games are going on currently and they're
Right.
collecting people, he definitely should like like monitor to make sure he's like valid before we done recruit him.
Mm-hmm.
But for sure, I wanted to ask you about episode one, the
Okay.
dude that started it all. How'd you feel about that?
Oh, like
The
the
roulette and
recruiter,
everything.
the
The
recruiter.
recruiter, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. That was like when I was super hyped for the show. I was
Yeah,
like,
I
yo,
agree.
this site is kind of crazy. Like,
Yeah.
this the type of energy we bringing into season one. I mean, season two. Um, I think he surprised me how like nuts he was in the head,
Yes.
because I thought it was gonna be more so like reporting in. I got two bogeys.
Yeah.
They was following me, and Sung Ji Woo is the not Sung Ji Woo. That's
Yeah.
somebody else. Sung is the
Because
one that's
it
orchestrating
was
this
the
whole
two
thing.
gangster guys, right? The two
Yeah. Yep. And they had to
gang
play.
members.
Yeah, and they had to play Russian roulette and
Crazy.
rock paper scissors. And bro, when he threw out which call, I was like, oh my gosh, it's over. You know. But I think the whole adding music to it set it off for me though, because I'm just
Mm.
like, oh nah, this is a different level of delusion that we're working with here, because it's like not as much the games itself, but it's also mind games that's happening. That it's just like, yo, they are really torturing these youngins to a different
Yeah, and it's like that's not
degree.
even the game. They're like, "Dang, you following me? I guess I have to throw you in a little mini game real quick," you know?
Yeah, because it's like
Just see what
also
y'all really about.
yeah, because even just his job in general is crazy. Like I think the homeless people to have the little bun thing, and then or you could get this lottery ticket experiment. It was like, was he just doing that to for his
Like,
own?
gather info, like, what?
Yeah, like obviously these people don't have debt, so well they might, but it's like, you know, they're already living on the street. Everybody else is kind of like on the edge, on the brink of, you
Uh-huh.
know, losing everything. But it's like that whole social experiment was crazy too. I was just waiting for them to get caught. Like when he pulled the phone up, started recording, and he was just tearing all of them buns up. I was like, yo, he's going crazy right now. I thought he was about to start dancing on them. But I was like, yo,
Yeah.
if I was them, one of them, they probably wouldn't care if he did got stepped on. You know,
Mhm.
if they was hungry. So that was
I
crazy.
mean, I know that's it's really weird because just looking back when I think about the show more and more, it's like there is a lot of just are they just doing social experiments on humans? And
Yeah.
they just want to know if society has changed, how is
Right.
society thinking, how is society acting. If is someone's homeless, do they still care more about a chance at getting a bunch of money or just
Hmm.
to make it another day? Like, what do people pick? And it's almost as if they know how everyone's gonna answer.
Yeah.
And then if someone answers adamantly different, they just want to dissect real quick what it is,
Hmm.
get you up out of here. But we want to hear from you on your intake, and then it's just like, cool,
Yeah.
get him out of here. Either
Now
joining us, or you're done out.
this might be
So,
too headcanon for the show,
oh,
but like I was thinking when they was doing the search for the recruiter the whole time, I was like, well, you know, we watch all these shows and we seen a whole bunch of different scenarios on how people catch people. But I was just like, well, what if they just instead of trying to find the recruiter, try to find the people that he's recruiting? Like, look at your
like
situation.
look at highest odds people that they'll come after.
Yeah, like you got all the money, you could pay a hacker to find who got the most debt in like
Yeah,
on the black market or whatever, and then just find the probability of them being approached
that
and have
crypto
those
dude
people.
could have been hard, right? That was a famous person.
Well, true. Yeah.
They're literally saying it's like well, not Mr. Beast, but like some YouTuber.
Dang. Dang.
Mr. Beast
Shots.
coin
It's
coming
like,
out
nah.
soon.
Beast
But
games.
cause they was like, yo, I put money in that joint, and
Yeah.
hey, like that could have. You're right, G. That's a really good.
Like
What the cops
that's like a
doing, bro?
different
What's the cops
approach.
doing?
It's a different approach, bro. And I'm just like, yo, these youngers ain't never watched no good show before, obviously.
Mm.
But yeah. I think they picked a lot of different like cool interesting archetypes too. Cause it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
yo, is this lady gonna have this baby while we're here? You know? What if they
Yeah.
start counting? Like, what if they what? Nah, that's too political.
They
I ain't
they
gonna
did the
count. I ain't
TV
gonna say
thing
it.
again. They did the
Yeah,
TV thing again where the husband's just in the game too, and I'm like, bruh,
yeah.
like, all right. All right. I don't know how that affects the games at
Let's ship
all.
real quick. We need somebody to be able to ship.
Yeah.
That's funny.
and
But yeah, got a
and,
first
and
mother son duo.
Dad was sitting there like, yeah, with the money she got and I got, now I
Yeah,
got me a whole bag. I was like,
right.
yo, what?
He really put two and two together and came up
Yeah.
with 5. So yeah, and she called him out on it too. I was like, there you go.
Yeah. That was just crazy. He was even thinking that way. Like,
Yeah,
dang, we do got a nice little amount of money right now. Let me go talk to her real quick. Hey, you
yeah.
looking good. You looking good.
We could build a whole life for ourselves. I was like, yo, what land is this man like living in?
Yeah.
Because it's like at first when they showed her at the little prenatal place, I was like, is she gonna be one to contest? I couldn't.
Yeah, I was
I wasn't really
confused.
tracking
I
what
was
was
still
going
trying
on.
to.
I was just like, oh, this is gonna be one of the players. But yeah, interesting. Okay, next topic. The pink guard, bruh, number 11. Where is that going? Because last
I don't
time
know
it was the
yet,
cop
man.
that was playing the guard or the playing the pink guy role or whatever, and now it's her. So what does
Yep.
she have to do with any of this?
Clearly, she knows someone in the games, right? Is it? I can't remember his number.
She knows the captain. Oh no,
Is it
she
the
know.
captain?
Oh no,
No,
no, no.
it's
I know
Bear
exactly.
246, right?
Yeah,
That's him.
it was the girl's father that passed out at the fair that she worked at when she was the bunny or the pig,
Yes, and he
and
chased after her.
he chased after her, left the strawberry hat. She dropped the strawberry hat off, and noticed it was him. And while he was moving, he didn't shoot her. He didn't shoot him. But I don't even know if he's still alive though. I don't even remember.
Yeah, I don't remember either.
I don't even
After
remember if he's
the
still alive, bro.
merry-go-round game, I
Yeah.
think he's back at the start of the Squid Game thing.
Okay.
The bunker area when they
Yeah.
went to go start the shooting in Rebellion arc.
Yeah. I
But
think
yeah,
he
I
probably
don't know what that could be.
yeah. Because it's like I get that they're selling organs to make skim money off the top, but it's just
Oh,
like
I mean that's a good alleyway. Like it involves the whole organ
yeah,
dealing arc. I mean that main character was like messing up their shipment. Maybe that dad did steal an organ for their daughter or something like that. Or
I don't know.
yeah, that would make a lot of sense. G, not gonna lie.
She got to be a major factor though, because they kept showing her. I
Mm.
was just like,
Maybe it's his daughter, long lost daughter.
what if that's the masked man's daughter, all
The
grown up,
Masked Man.
the black masked daughter? Remember he had a kid, and that was the whole thing.
No, dang, no.
Like, what if he put her in the game? I don't know. She probably too old for that though. They never said
Nah.
when that whole thing happened. Well, it's
I mean,
been 3 years,
the
so
theory from the first game
not
was
sure.
number one was the old man's son. Like they
Okay.
all just continued it
Yeah.
because remember at the end of Squid Game 1, only 2 people see the old man at the end of
Right.
his life.
Right.
The winner and the masked man. He goes and sees him.
Mhm. Yeah.
Um,
I'm not sure.
yeah.
You too
So
short, bruh. The math not mathing. But it's his stepson though. That was their stepbrothers. Or
I might have to go
they might be
through
full
that arc.
brothers. They actually might be full brothers, but the mom was saying that she was worried that because she wasn't his biological mom that he felt that she was choosing the cop over him because they're blood related.
Mm, yeah.
So maybe there's some angst there.
Yeah.
I don't
But
know. Let us
how'd you
know.
feel about the shooting arc? Because that's pretty much the wrap up after it. They
Oh,
go on a whole rebellion. They done
that
get
one was.
strapped up and they go on a rampage on the pink staircases.
I'm not gonna say like it was dumb, but it's like, yo, your own people didn't make it in. Y'all got these makeshift soldiers. Y'all really think y'all finna storm the castle, bruh? Like,
Yeah.
what if there was like 8 million other doors after that? You know what I'm saying? Like, after that, like, they really did make it seem like it was right there, but it was like because they had number one there, I was just not believing the whole time. I was like, yo, this is not gonna end well. That man wasn't even shooting the whole time. We were just sitting there looking.
And
You know?
I was just kind of like, yo, one locked door and they're done. Like this rebellion is over.
Yep.
Like just lock the door.
Yeah.
And they're stuck in the hallway. Like,
yeah.
Please get back to the containment facility.
Right. It's bedtime.
But yo, it's bedtime, y'all. I don't know who you thought was gonna come after you. I don't know where you're gonna go.
Yeah.
The door is locked. Just go back and we'll come claim the guns later. Like, I don't know. It was entertaining though, because it kind of answers questions in a lot of TV shows or movies. Like, yo, what if they would have just done this? You know, they could have got farther, and at least it shows like, bruh, they're never escaping stuff like that.
There's
like
so
even
many,
if they don't know where they're at.
I know. Like they don't even know what to do. Like there's so many ways that's like it relates to, but there's no way that they could be thinking of like all the things that this could have like be related to. Like what comes into your mind whenever you see something like this. But I think it was cool to see the different characters either step up to the plate or crumble. Like player 120 Jung-jae, he went crazy, bro. I was like, yo, they was asking like, how do you know all this stuff? I was like, oh, you know, a special force. Like, I'm like that. You know what I'm saying? And then the proud Marine, what's his name? His name is dang, what's his name, Chris? I'm going down the list. Daeho. He crumbled like a cookie.
Oh, that's the one who never went back.
Yeah, it was hiding, bro.
Yo,
I was like, bro.
I mean, that was dark. That was,
I was like, this is crazy.
He was freaking out, like, yo, I gotta go bring the guns, and then all of a sudden he just said, all right, I'm gonna go in the corner.
He's like, I'm gonna walk back now.
Yeah,
that was a good shot though of like,
yeah, for sure,
how to make it seem so like, dramatic, because it was dramatic, but it's like, bro, y'all are not making it out of this. And then they try to surrender. My hands up. I'm like, yo, they done murdered 1 million people already. And y'all think they're just gonna spare you, bro? Come on, gang. Come on, gang. It's just some decisions that's like, just don't make sense. It just don't make sense, bro. Is there anything else that we haven't talked about?
Yeah, I feel like I had one more on my mind, but it's gonna escape the pod, man. It's gonna have to wait for Squid Game Part 2.
Yeah.
Nope, I think we're good.
Yeah. I'm not seeing anything else.
Oh, I know what it was. The last thing I wanted to say about this thing for the main character. Like, bro, if you was planning this for years, you had to have a better plan than that rebellion.
Yeah.
Like, that could not have been, like, that's a plan if you done beat the game and then the next month.
You got the floor plan.
You're back into it. Not years of planning and strategizing and thinking how you're going to convince these people or how I'm going to take them down. This man went back into the game and his master plan was, we're going to take their guns and then we're going to shoot them.
The way they said it too was like, yo, all we got to do is stay under the bed. No one will see us. No one will try to attack us. And then we're going to take their guns. And then we're going to go. Go where? Outside. That's all he got. They don't know. Like, bro.
That was
dumb, bro.
gold.
That's why I didn't want to say. That's why I didn't want to say it was dumb.
It was so stupid when he said, like, just make sure you're under the bed. They're not gonna see you. Everything's gonna be going on. I was like,
there's no way you're gonna guarantee that, bro. Now, my question also is, why was the lights flashing like that?
It looked cool, bro.
I know, but it was like, it was dark and then it wasn't.
Yeah.
And they planned it. They knew that was gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
So that was pure chaos, though.
Yeah.
I was like, dang. I can't believe these youngins just did that. But yeah. My final question is, do you think they're gonna finish the game? Or you think it's gonna like kind of speed run it? Like,
I think it goes back to a final game. I think it does. And I don't know if one is rejoining as a player, but I'm gonna assume he does. Or he re-enters the game with like the final four. You know what I mean?
Okay. I don't really have an opinion. I don't really know what they're gonna do at this point. I haven't thought about it enough, but I was curious what you thought that like there was. Like,
and I really hope the like mastermind, like rich cabal people, show up again.
Yeah, because that was another. Where were they at?
Yeah, it was the beginning of the game, so I understand them probably watching from afar for the beginning ones, and they only come down like the last few, rounds. But I just hope they bring them back in and we get more of the outside version of the games from their perspective. Just to see more what's up on it. But Squid Game too.
It feels like there's no hope left because the other dudes, they're dead in the water. They ain't never gonna make it to the island, unless they figure out what happened to the pilot. But I don't know, bro.
That revenge comeback tour is not looking great. Like
it's not.
They look down 28-3 right now, bro.
They were so confident in these 8 people they brought with them to take down the whole organization.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. The plan to me, I'm surprised, especially the fact that he done waited this long to like plan this assault or whatever you want to call it. It does not even seem possible.
Like, I get wanting to do this, but not stepping on that plane to then getting to this point where it's like, you guys, I'm Batman. Like, I got this money, I got these guns. All we gotta do is find the person. And I just need y'all to go down to the subway and just look for him. What does it look like? I don't got a picture, but got a briefcase. Got a briefcase, and they're gonna play this game. And we're gonna do that and keep doing that. So it's like, I wonder how much bread he was paying people to do this. Because it's like once they all saw all that money he had, it's just like, yo, we could just take this right now.
There's like, bro, it's clean money, it's good money. Let's just do what he says. Like, bro, this is some easy money, real quick. Let's not even steal it. Let's not do no fake stuff. Let's just do it. I mean, we're just checking for someone. We ain't seen no one in years, but it's just crazy how it went about. Because I remember that feeling at the end of Squid Game 1.
Yeah.
When he turned around, I was like, nah, I'm going to stop the games. I was like, okay.
Right.
Okay, hero. I would have got on the plane, but hey,
there wasn't
okay,
even no
hero.
master billboard of what they're going to do when they get there. The cop didn't have one either. Maybe that's just an American thing. I don't know. I don't know how they get down over there. But
right now, the plan don't look like it's working. The plan do not look like it's working.
Oh, man. Good try, though. Good try.
Hey, part 2 is coming out.
Right.
The comeback season. Never count Batman out. Even if he breaks his back, he's going to crawl out that hole and defeat Bane.
Nuts, bro. All right. Well, let us know what y'all thought of Squid Game 2. Chris, what are you rating this thing? Even though we're kind of in the middle of it.
I think it's a 9. I'm pretty
Wow.
not on the realm of a lot of people's thinking.
Yeah.
Me personally, I just think those first 2 episodes are like extremely outstanding.
Hmm.
I think there's a lot of stuff to dig deep on this one. I think the characters are really good.
Yeah.
Um, and I just think the only thing that pulls it down for me is it's that weird extended episodes because it's only half of the season.
Yeah.
Like they done could have just snipped off 10 minutes of each episode and like just throwing like 3 more episodes and I probably would have got the full story. But no, like there's even some like weird pacing stuff with like transitioning from one game to the other.
Hmm. How
Like
many times are you
I
going to
think
see them
episode
walking up them stairs?
yeah, there's some weird pacing stuff in it.
Yeah. When
Was
did
there
they brush
anything
their
else?
teeth, bro? That's my
uh,
question.
and the predictability.
We see them eat.
That
I'm sorry.
yeah. Yeah,
Finish
man.
what you're saying. I'm sorry.
No. Like the eating is and stuff is just like that was a part of season 1. There's a little bit more of like we're
Yeah.
rehashing season 1 to show it again.
Hmm.
But yeah, and just the predictability of player 1 and player
4, 5, 6.
oh no, the boat driver with the
Oh, okay.
cop. Like
Yeah.
those 2 things were so predictable.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the spot where they do the games. Oh, it's not.
Hmm.
I was like not feeling it, a little bit too planned for a TV show, but I really, really do like this season. And I just think the next season is just is 100% gonna be not only better, but like combined, these are like some of the best stuff. So
Okay.
what is your rating for Squid Game 2, G?
I give it a 7, bro. Give it a 7.
Okay.
That John was mid. It was good. Had some really good parts. Had some really parts. Like for me, the whole being predictable thing like really just kind of took me out of the allure of like what it was to watch the first one, and it's something that I shouldn't, not to say I shouldn't count as a negative, but it did, because I was just like, dang. It was more so I was like not even invested in the story as much as I was invested in like how the people were reacting, because like the way that the music that they choose to use, the games that they play, and the way that they do like their like ramp up parts. So like whether it's the voting or it's the one game,
Voting
the
was
team,
long.
yeah, where they do the team. They had a team game and they were showing everybody, cheering everybody on and being so happy for them. And then it's like bow 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 bow, and they just get bodied. And I'm just like once you saw that it was possible, because I have to get through so many people, it was just like a crazy dynamic of like, okay, how's nobody realizing how crazy this is?
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, we know it's crazy. It's gonna be like that. So, you know, and I don't want to judge it too harshly either, because it's not over. You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously, there's gonna be a part 2 to this season. So, at this point, it's sitting at a 7. You know what I'm saying? And we'll see where they take us. But
I did have one more question. Do you
so,
think you would have liked it more if you've never seen Squid Game 1?
if I was to watch Squid Game 1 and then watch this directly after for the first time,
No,
I'd
like you
probably be
just
hyped.
watched this. You just watched this. You never seen Squid Game.
Oh, um, it will probably go up.
You think so?
Yeah, because it's like if it was if we never
It'd be more
saw
mystery.
never saw the masked guy's face, and he was a different number other than 1, and that things would play out the way that they did, I'll be like, whoa. Like if
Because
he
I'm not
pulled,
sure. Is it possible to watch this and when they reveal number 1, Like, you don't know that he's the front man? I'd have to rewatch it to
So like, this is where my head went when you asked that question. So if they would have went through all this, say he was number 5, right, and we did all this, and we didn't know, we're just like the main character. We didn't know that he was the masked man, and he killed the 2 guys and walked up the steps to his other guys after they got surrendered. And then as he's walking down, like say they got him face down and like hands behind their back or whatever, and they finally get to look up, and then all they see is the green pants walking down the steps, and they slowly pan up, and then he'd be like, wait, no, not you. And then he's like, me. And then he puts the black mask on, and it's just like, oh, that's crazy, you know. But I think the way they played it, because we know, it's still good. I think it'll be better when we get the full story.
Okay,
because,
just the full story. Okay.
Yeah, because it's not like they were trying to hide the fact that he was number 1. He was number 1 and he was the black man.
No, I'm just saying, like, season 2. Like, if you never seen Squid Game 1, like there might be a chance, because I already seen season 1. There might be a chance that this could be secluded, where you watch this and you feel like it's really, really good.
Yeah.
But not knowing like the whole number 1 storyline twist, and then you see the end of this season, like, dang, that was amazing. But because we've seen season 1, it's like a totally different angle. But
I think they would have to have more flashbacks to make the stories more vivid of him playing the first game and the things that happened to him in the first game.
Let it hit harder.
Yeah, because it's like right now we're just relying on our memory, and if you was just to jump in and just be like, oh, he won the first game, okay, but we still don't know the rest of the games that they're gonna play. Like, you know, like after game 1, and they do the whole dream thing. After that, the whole idea of them playing the same games just go out of my mind now. Like, if they play a similar game later on, it'd be like, oh, okay, that's cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, if they don't, it's like, I wouldn't be mad at it, you know? But because it's like the crux of the Squid Games is that the fact that Jung is finna die for money, and that they might not forget. So it's just like, okay, how is this going to... Really, I was just looking at the season. I'm like, okay, how is he going to make anything different than what we've already seen before without winning the game by himself? You know? Because in the first game, we was looking at him as like, oh, nah, this dude's just really lucky. You know? Like, this man has the ultimate luck. And in this one, he's more positioned as like, oh, I know how to beat all these games. And even if it's something I don't know how to do, I'm going to think of something. Like, he was not the strategist in the first one. So it's like for him to turn around and be like, all right, this is what we're going to do, guys. You know, we're going to take shifts. We might get attacked. You know, it's just like, okay, you know, let's see how it plays out.
That's how number 1 looked at him, like, all right.
You know?
Number 1 is like, yo, I've seen this Super Bowl 50-something times. If you think that's a good way to do it, sure.
Yeah. Like, after playing one time, you just think that like, oh, now I can beat this joint. I beat it before. Yeah. Not knowing that, you know, when you drop in this time, instead of an MP5, you're gonna get a water gun. You know? Like something like that. I don't know a better way to describe it, but for him to just think it's gonna be the exact same thing was just like poor planning.
Yeah, he's not the planner.
Yeah. So, you know, you get what you pay for. So, I don't know. I felt bad when he called his daughter. And then she was like, Papa? He didn't say Papa, but he was like, Pa? And he didn't say nothing. I was like, dang. Should have said something, bruh. You know? Like, now she's just going to be wondering. But, yeah. Good show, though. Good show. Is Geeked Awards good? Yeah. I think it will be. It will be.
It's mid, y'all.
You know, some of them comments might be right. You know what I'm saying? Should have put industry up in that jump. But that's just me. That's just me. But yeah, let us know what y'all thoughts on Squid Game 2 in the comment section below. If you ain't hitting that like button, hit that like button down below for us. Helps us out a lot. Subscribe, comment, all that stuff. Chris, what you geeked about, bro?
I started Castlevania on Netflix. I've never seen that ever. Have you seen it?
I started it and stopped.
Yo, that first episode was crazy.
Yeah, like I didn't finish the whole thing, but
I was like, yeah, this might have to go on the bucket list. I don't know if I'll actually watch it, but it was really interesting.
Yeah. Okay.
And you already know my football team, the NFC Championship game. I can't wait for Sunday, and I don't even know what I'm gonna do. I don't even know what I'm doing right now with my life. I just can't think of nothing else. I can't think of nothing else. I just want the game to appear. I got a specific routine that I gotta do. I gotta do it. I gotta get IHOP in the morning. I gotta get Cold Stone, and I have to get pizza. And I have to at least eat all of it. Not like consume all of it, just like eat it all before the game. And
that's
then
crazy.
I got the same outfit, Real Madrid joggers, white t-shirt, Terry McLaurin jersey. My dog, he gotta eat one of my Washington hats at the little top of it, the little thing that keeps it together.
Oh my!
Pretty much, he gotta chew the top of it, and then that's it. I think that's
he just need a little nipple.
Yeah, and then the whole family has worn the same outfit each game. So we gonna be.
I thought you were superstitious, bro. I thought you were.
I'm not, bro. I'm not. But you know what I mean. I can't stop now.
You're a little stitious. You're a little stitious.
I'm a little stitious, bro. I can't stop now. Can't stop now.
That's crazy, yo. That's the first time he done broke that down. The whole routine.
Yeah.
That's a good day though. IHOP, pizza, Cold Stone.
Yeah, I mean, I had all day before, like in both the previous games were like 8. Right. I could break them out. This one's at 3, so I don't really know how it's gonna even be possible, bro. I'm gonna be full. I might be asleep during the game.
Right.
But, geeked about those two things, man. What you geeked about, G?
Suits. I finished Suits. Couldn't think about it. I did 9 seasons, bro. 9 seasons deep, and I finished it. Obviously, I was gonna say that we won the national championship, but you made me get that off my chest early.
Yeah,
so,
you know, like the jersey was too clean.
It's just what I had to do. I got my hat in the mail. It says being shipped, so they didn't steal my money. But other than that, man, I really just am excited now that like my football season is done, you know, and I could just really lock in on content. Like, cause I got a lot. Cause January done flew, bro, and it had some moments where it stalled out, but that joint has flew. So, you know, I'm like halfway through the first book I'm gonna read this year. And I got another one already ready. And I downloaded Marvel Rivals. So we're just going to see how that go. I played one game. I was trash, bro. I was trash. So maybe get better at that. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know if it's going to make the stream. I'm going to be playing that joint off stream until I get good. But yeah, that's pretty much it, man. Hope y'all enjoyed the episode. If I did, like I already said, y'all know what to do. Smash that like button, subscribe, share it with a friend. Catch y'all next week. Stay geeked. Peace.
Later, y'all.